Hi, this is Just Saying, and this is my People's Blog for today. This is my blog, because that's what I do. I do blogs, and mostly on things that are harmful to the black community, like our president. So, your president, let me correct myself. Don't let me start slipping. Now, let me tell you, Rosewood, the article, I think it was Black History. You know, they have Atlantic Star, Black History on Facebook. I actually read those things. I actually read them. And I don't believe everything I read, especially about Egypt. I don't believe everything I read. I look at things, as my grandfather told me, to just look at something. You don't have to get tons of books on something and libraries. Look at the fact that Egypt is Africa. All the original civilizations were black. There are no white, in no shape, form, or fashion, Cleopatras, and there never was. And there's more than one. All of the Cleopatras are black. I mean, black. The braids and stuff didn't come from Greece and Rome. Don't believe Google, don't believe a lot of things about black history that you can find in a computer, and that's just good advice. You know, I had a thing with somebody on there, and they were saying, well, that's proof. It was something they got from one of these search engines about Egypt. And I just said, I'm just going to make it simple. Egypt is Africa. That's what it is. It's not a separate. The light-skinned Egyptians that you see now are a product of the races mixing. Different races mixing with them. But other than that, that's not even possible. It's just like they're saying, how could Jesus be lily white with blue eyes? And he did not have blue eyes. Don't say that. But that's how the pictures are, and blonde hair and all of that. That was just not logical. Or some things you have to have some kind of pride on and admit to yourself, instead of, no, this is what most blacks do. They take an exit. They take that exit and they off into something else. I did talk to someone that said that the Cleopatra was white. He was really cool. At least he's into his history, please. Don't knock him if that's how he sees it. And he probably did read that. I just read they were some kind of Greek or Rome with the braids. Well, that just is not matching to me, and it wasn't what I was taught as a child. So I'm going with what I was taught as a child. And most of their religion was worshiping their ancestors and gods. Gods of water, gods of fire, gods of, those are the things that they worshipped. Nature. That was the gods. So they would shape. And that's the reason why in that Christian religion they tell you don't do idol gods. They got to vouch for their stuff, But their idol god now is money. Because they worship it. People worship the way you dress, what shoes you wear, your color of your skin. All of that is important to people, and it affects our communities. And whenever you don't know who you are, you have no power. I don't care. You could be Obama. And his ignorance of how to have handled us, his own people, during his term was really, really bad. Really bad. So, and damnation, Holder damnation. He is damnation. That's just damn him. I can't stand that man going to Ferguson in the front door and out the back door. You know, he does shook some hands just for show. That really made me mad. And then black people blaming all of those burning of those buildings on themselves. And the Ku Klux Klan announced that they were going to be there. They did most of the burning. But you think that the media is going to put it out there? You know why? Because they're the Ku Klux Klan. That little boy that shot those two people that had a major issue, he was up under dehumanizing him, making him out of something he wasn't. That is just something that you cannot do to people. You can't do it, and you can't let it happen to you. So you don't forget, ever. If it's to get a better education, that motivates you. Someone that was lynched and dying, that you are doing that to better yourself so that you can better your community. Use it on that end, but how you use it is up to you. But don't ever forget it. Rosewood, that they talked about, was very interesting. It's one of my favorite ones. I use that and Haiti all the time as examples. And Rosewood, those people, even in the movie, this is how John Singleton had all the church people going in the church. They had a little meeting, came out, all of them died. Some escaped, but a majority of that town. And it was a flourishing black town with black businesses and everything. It was the bomb. And they destroyed them because one black woman called rape. Now, excuse me, it wasn't a black woman, it's a white woman called rape. She cried rape. And the whole town just went crazy. You know, stories like that, most of you would just date your own race. You really would. Because there's a big story in that, you know. A lot of them, as soon as something happened to them, they cry rape. That's what we call. They go and say, well, he did this to me, and they're going to kill you and lynch you. And some of these famous stars, their legacies go right out the window. And not particularly it's because of them. It's not because of the white woman. That's not what I'm saying. Because it's not her fault. You know, in Shakespeare, Othello was a fool. That's a foolish man. To listen to everybody about his wife was playing around on him. And he believed it and killed her. That's a fool. Now, what did that have to do with what I just said? I was on a point. And every once in a while, especially in the morning, my mind goes there, girl. It just floats. And I said, dang, wow. What was I saying that for? Anyway. Maybe I killed two birds with one stone. We were talking about Rosewood. How the people went into the church and they came out and got killed. Murdered. I mean, just like they weren't even human, you know, and then put them in a ditch. Now, when you do your searches and look for searches, those searches might tell you one thing. Yeah, the searches might tell you a lie, because two people, it was a whole town that died, and they only gave 2 or 3 people some money. That's a damn shame. That whole thing should not even be at rest. That is way overboard. That's something that you could just say, let's not even try to be friends. You know, that's just me. I'm that kind of black person. I really am not ever going to do the ass kissing and all of that and treating you a certain way because you're certain. And so a lot of these people's children that are born now, you should realize, yes, your grandfather or father did that, and he wasn't even human. That's not even a human. So, you know, it's good to love everybody, but one person told me this, and he was my favorite, my mentor. He's the person I would go to, and he was very Afrocentric. He was very knowledgeable, because I sunk mine out very young, my history, to a T. And my grandfather was a professor of African American history, so I just was entwined in the truth. Thank you. So many people got to live with this fake lies, but I want to say that I am totally thankful for being taught the truth. Just Saying was done because of Obama. It motivated me when I kept hearing this man do this, and then I kept seeing the black people, their reactions, and it finalized it with me that we're in a lot of trouble. We're in more trouble other than the blue-eyed devil. The blue-eyed devil physically took us on, and you can never destroy a person by killing their bodies. You must kill the soul, and you can't do that. The soul lives forever. So now you got a problem, a spiritual problem of the souls that are so forgiving and ever loving, just like what those Christians describe as God. They are God. And if it had not been for that, then you would be dead. Because black people have a lot of power that they don't use because they don't know they have it. They forgot. They chose to let go of their ancestors and the things that the people, the sacrifices some of the people have made for you. So that's it. I'm going to end it here because I keep forgetting. That's probably because I'm chilling. I did my walk, and I've lost a lot of weight, but it looks like I need surgery to cut all the fat off that I lost. It's one problem to the other, Speaking of liking yourself, let me just run this by you. Just how vulnerable I am. Just because I speak out doesn't mean that I have insecurities. I don't have insecurities. And so let me share some of my insecurities with you. And one of them is this double chin. I set this webcam so that you cannot see it. But I had it set before so that you can see it. I had a double chin. Then it's something about my face. I used to look at a youthful face for a long, long time. And just lately, I've been looking and saying, oh, you're getting kind of old. You aging, because I'm doing that with everybody. That's the first thing that goes through my head. When I look through the Blue Devils, North Division Blue Devils, it's my high school. When I look at some of their pictures, I say, wow, he look old. Oh, she's so-and-so look old. So the other day, I looked at myself and I said, I really look old. I really look old. Older. Yeah, it's gone. I looked at Vivica Fox. Remember Vivica Fox from Set It Off? And she was just a really pretty brown-skinned girl. But something has happened. Something happened. And either she had surgery and it didn't do right. A lot of people try to touch up things on their face and it mess up. But see, I'm going to get back to my point. My point is, my focus is all on how I look. And then how I think I look. Vivica Fox really looks different. Older. A lot older. A lot of the horsehair. She could just be natural and be just as beautiful as heck. But that's not going to happen. So, LA they love fakeness. Anything. If it's something with the nails, they do that. Their tattoos. Everything has to be fake. Nothing for real. Nothing real. But I'm going to get back to what I came to a conclusion about how I look. And my aging. This is my aging time, I had the youthful years. I don't think that I would have any surgery, except for maybe on my stomach. It's $9,000 I did check, to suck out some of, this bottom half where all the fat came out of. Now the skin is there and that needs to be touched up. But would I do that? Can I just exercise, do my walks, and just look at myself and really just like myself the way I am? Because there's nothing I can do about it. The youth is gone. It's gone. I'm no more youthful. I am an aging black woman. And so to look at myself, I should just be very proud, first of all, that I don't have all these wrinkles and dots and stuff on my hands. Thank ya! That's the color. The color. You just don't. You age, beautiful. Your aging is an exception. All the things that I lived through alone. My dreams. Did my dreams come true? I wanted to be a great singer, but it didn't happen. And I wanted to do a lot of theater, and that didn't happen. But I tried. I wasn't sitting back in Milwaukee fiddling my thumbs, tittling and letting Milwaukee people tell me what's going on, and they don't bit more know than a man in the moon. And no, I should have been out of Milwaukee, out of high school. That would have been great for me. But I spent most of my life trying to please people, trying to reach a certain plateau in life just to prove to them that I'm this and I'm that. My whole life was just circled and engulfed with this. But you know what? I learned that I am the creator of the whole stage of Amber. I am. So what I think is important, if I think my hair is too short, I'll put a wig on it. If I think my eyebrows, then I fix it up. I am the altar. I am the person that changes and takes the wheel and goes in the directions that I want to go in my life. So I must love me endlessly, way more than whatever you may think about me or what you have ever said about me. I must overlove you to me. So how I look today, let me look at my hair. Damn. I'll be 55 on my next birthday. It's the bomb. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm the bomb. That's what I learned. I have to like me, no matter what you say. Those of you. Did I become a famous singer? No. But guess what? I'm here. And I look good. I look good. And looking at entertainment from this end, I'm so glad I didn't. These people live horrible lives. Their minds are all screwed up. It's not the top of the I love Africa film. I'm into them. But they do crazy stuff too, so it doesn't make any difference. It's all upon their judgment. Again, they are the makers and the shakers of their world. And you are too. So however you look, even to my things on my neck, however you look, you are the bomb. I know I am. I made it. It's time for you to make it. Get up and do something. Yeah.